Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm glad you're joining me today. You can find me at stampwithdeb.com, and I'm on Facebook Live every Tuesday at 3 o'clock and Pacific Time. And I'm so happy you're here with me today. Let's get started. I have a really fun project for you today.
It's really simple, and it uses a piece of designer series paper, a half a sheet. So this is your half a sheet of designer series paper. On this one, I'll tell you what I used. I used the contour dies. That's what I used to cut this. And this is one of the papers that was available at Christmas time. It has a shimmer to it. There is a new one coming out in the new catalog that is a different color. There's 3 different colors, but this was one of those. So then here I use the stylish shaped dies for the circles, and for here I use the decor rectangle dies. You don't have to use any of these. You can make up your own. So on this one that I'm going to show you, it's different. So I use the Dainty Flowers DSP. Yeah, this is one of the new celebration papers. So it is a free paper, but it is beautiful. I just love it. It's so gorgeous. I'm just going to go through and show you. This is a beautiful side. This is fresh freesia. So, and the colors in this are like fresh freesia, mossy meadow, old olive, not Cajun craze. Yeah, not Cajun craze. Anyway, rich raspberry. I think there's flirty flamingo in here. So yeah, it's just a beautiful paper. And if you take my class that is I'm doing for bingo, I'm using this for bingo. And so this is one of the cards we're making with this oval, and this is another piece that we're making. This paper is so gorgeous. It doesn't take a lot to make a beautiful card. So this is this cut out. You can see I cut that one out right there. So, and then this is just a piece of, I cut the rest of it out, made a card front, just stamped on it. I should show you those cards. So this is the piece we're using today. This is always a piece that we go, oh, what do I do with that? But the piece, that's what we're using today. Let's see what else is in here. I showed you that one. I must have 2 packs here. Now I have the other sheets, that's why. Okay, this is just really pretty. It's, gosh, I don't even know what colors it is. Rich raspberry is what it would be. And then on the back is this beautiful blue that I love. It has so much use. And this one I've showed you, and this one has those little flowers. I recently found something online that tells me what these wildflowers are called. I think I'm gonna have to include them in our bingo. And on the back of this is just a watercolor, just very unique. This one, and is that the same? That is the same. What am I missing? One. This one is the other one, and it's smaller. It's like, it's almost the same as this, but it's smaller, and it has this beautiful pink on the back. So anyway, that is a freebie with a $50 purchase during celebration, which starts January 5th. Make sure you wait until the 5th. You can get this pack of paper, and it's beautiful. And there is a stamp set in the catalog that's coming out that coordinates with it, and it's actually a bundle. It's called Dainty Delight. Isn't that pretty? It's just so sweet. And it has a zillion dies. I'm not sure how many dies it has. Let me look here and see if I can see this. My die covers are in here. I put them in there. And this has 16 dies. So it's really, it has a lot. It cuts out a lot of the images from the stamp set, as well as this, some of the other additional things. So today I used that, and I didn't use this. So this is the paper that I'm going to use. I've cut a piece of rich raspberry at 5.5 by 4 1/4, which is our standard size card. And then I've cut the designer series paper at 5 1/4 by 12. I have scored it. So when you score designer series paper, don't use the wider end of your scoring tool and don't press hard because otherwise you will tear the paper. So I am going to accordion fold this, and I've scored it at 4 inches and 8 inches. And I want to make sure that it is folded straight. And I did not do that here. Okay, and then just like that. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put some adhesive on here, and I am going to attach that to my rich raspberry that I cut. Now on this, I want to center this panel. This is that last panel. I want to center this on my rich raspberry because that is actually my card base in this case. And just like that. Super simple, right? Okay, for this one, I'm just going to work with the open flat. I use the basic border dies, and so they are a lot of different ones. You could use any of these to cut out this edge. So this is rich raspberry. It's cut at 5 1/4, and then it's probably like, I don't know, 1/2 inch. No, how about 5/8 of an inch? 5/8 of an inch here, but you could make it wider. You could make it narrower. I'm going to place that right there, and those are the dies that I used for it. So let's just put some adhesive on there. So you can see if you cut out a bunch of these pieces, you could put these cards together in no time. The shame is I'm going to cover up this flower. And I want my matte. I have a hard time with white on white. See how much easier that is to see, so I don't end up with a white edge along there. And I'm just going to place that right on there. Isn't that pretty? Just that in itself just makes it so pretty. Okay, these are my 2 decal dies, and I'm going to attach these together, and I'll show you which ones I used. Maybe looks like one of them is still over by the die cutting machine. Okay, let's see. So I used, this is the white one, the smaller one. And it's 1, 2, 3, the 4th from the smallest one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I used 4 and 5. And that's going to go on the inside. Now, if I wanted to stamp a greeting in there, this would be the time to do it. And unfortunately, it's going to cover up all those beautiful flowers, but I think it's okay. I'm going to put it so that the flowers are showing a little bit and try to center it there. Okay, then once I cut this paper, I had a strip left that was probably, I don't know, it's probably 1 1/4 inch, but I cut it down to 7/8 of an inch. And I have the greeting that came from the stamp set, and this is the one that says, "Thank you for your kindness." And I am going to stamp in rich raspberry right on that piece of designer series paper. It has a nice little, almost like a stucco pattern on it. That's kind of what it looks like. So I'm just going to get that once again. And I'm getting so much glare. I'm hoping that I'm stamping straight. And this little piece is 7/8 of an inch by 2.5. So then I cut this, and I'm going to use the Happy Labels punch, which is one of our brand new items from our new catalog that's coming out. And I know that each time I punch one of these, it takes off about 1/8 of an inch. So I cut this at 2.5 by 7/8. I cut this at 1 inch because 1 inch fits in that slot by what did I cut that at? Yeah, 2.5. So I cut this one at 2 3/4. And then that way, this little 1/8 of an inch that gets punched off, my tag should still be big enough, and it's not. It needs to be larger. Okay, so this is 2. Okay, so I'm going to measure this. Give me a minute. Let me figure out what this is. What did I do wrong? So that's it. So 2/8 is a quarter, right? Let's try this again. Let me grab my rich raspberry. And a paper trimmer. So this one I already punched, but it's not the right size. So I'm going to cut it down to 1 inch first. And then I want to figure this out for you guys so that when you do it, you'll know what to cut instead of guessing. Okay, so this is 2 3/4, 2.5, 2.5. So this should really be 2 3/4. But I'm going to go at 3. Let's see what happens at 3. I think that's going to be more than what I need. No, that should be a lot more than what I need. So I'm going to punch off this one end first, and then we'll know. Okay. Now let's see what we measure. So if it was at 3 and I punched it, it took off 1/8 of an inch. Wonder if I cut that other one wrong. So I'm going to cut this at 2 and, oh, because I don't want it to be right on. I want it to be larger. That's why. That's what's going on. So I did need to cut it at 3. So we're going to leave it alone. By the time I punch this, we'll have 1/8 of an inch on each end. Half. Because I want it to show on the end. I don't want it to be exactly the same size. I had forgotten that. Sometimes we just have to work these things out, don't we? Okay, so here is my greeting. And now I have a little bit on each end, probably a little bit more than I needed, but it works. Okay, so I'm just going to attach that to my rich raspberry. Now I need the light rather than the dark. Back and forth, huh? See, I forgot that I want it to show on the end, and so that's why I needed it to be a little bit longer. Okay, so then I'm going to attach this. So this, what a different look, huh? This in comparison with that. You could put any shape on here that you have that you wanted to. I am going to attach my little flowers, my little leaves here, and I'm going to do that with a green glue. Grab this. Let's put those on before. So I'm just, what I'm going to do is just put some little dabs of glue, maybe. That one's the empty one. I knew I had one that was pretty much gone. So just some little dabs where there is big, where it's big here. Hey, Rhonda, I see that you're on here with me today. I have a package going out to you. If you have any questions, be sure to text me. Whoops. Okay, let's get this on here. And just add that on. The good thing is this glue will go away. It will not be seen. So, and then I'm just going to attach my flowers, and I want to do those with dimensionals. So I'm going to use the mini dimensionals for those little flowers. I think, yeah, those are good. And just attach one up here. And these were from the dies, the Dainty Delight, that Delightful Delight, Dainty Delight dies. Let's go. Let's put one down here and one in the middle. These are the mini dimensionals that I'm using. I almost want to put one there just because it's kind of messy there, but I'm not. I'm going to put it right there. We need some bling for this card. Okay, and then I'm going to use my regular dimensionals on the back of this. And I just need the 2. Oops, upside down. Let's put that right side up. And I'm going to move it out. So it's a little gap over here on the right. There we go. Let's get some bling on those flowers. Oh, let's see. How about I'm going to use something new. They are flat adhesive dot dimensional backed pearls. Flat adhesive backed pearls. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? Can you guys see those? They're so pretty. They're iridescent. So let's try those. Always fun to use new ones. Okay. Okay. There's quite a few small ones, which is nice. Oh, that's pretty. Oops. Grab that. My spatula. My spatula needs a bath. Okay, guys, I need you to comment on here and share this video. All those kinds of things help me to be able to stay on Facebook and help me in my ratings on Facebook so that I show up on your channel, on your feeds. So that is my card for today. Is that gorgeous? I think it's so pretty. I am very happy with the way that came out. And that's such a good use for that paper that we never know what to do with. So I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. If you're on my email list, keep your eyes open for your Christmas wish. I have something coming your way. Thank you to all of those who are in my clubs and my classes and who support me for this year. I have enjoyed my time off this month. I have dug in my front yard. I went to the dentist today. That was fun, right? No, it was. I like my dentist. I've known him for 40 years. We figured out I've been going to him, and I've just had time to do some things that I haven't been able to do. I slept in till 9 o'clock this morning. I just, just doing things like that. So I have appreciated having this month off, and yet I have missed all of you so much. I look forward to us getting back together in January.